welcome to Friday evening restorative and stretching class. It's Natalia here. If you have never practiced with me before, I'm going to ask you to please have two bed pillows, one blanket, and a strap. If you do not have a strap, a belt or a scarf or something long you can hold onto will definitely do. Again, two bed pillows, a blanket, and a strap. Uh, okay, and as you gather your props for the day, welcome to all of you. Appreciate your presence very much. Um, this past week or month or couple months or anything really has been challenging for us all to some degree. And as I sit in my living room while floating in the middle of space in a planet, I think to myself, oh God, life is truly complex. And there are so many factors to it and variations. And I believe that in these very moments, it can be totally helpful and necessary to simplify. The amount of thought that we give to everything, so we can feel care for it and self care. The amount of interaction too, right? It is both essential to interact, but it's also essential that we first connect to ourselves and that we check in with our feeling state mentally and physically. And with that connection, then we can move in time and space in better ways, right? In more peaceful ways, in more efficient ways. And that will also help us digest the experience. And so, how can we accommodate some simplification of self while living in the complexity of the world and of our own personalities? Yeah. So today I'm going to invite you to welcome simplicity into yourself, right? Not having expectations that are too high or too low, but rather finding that space at the center and not getting rooted into anything too much, but just noticing and being fully present as you can. We'll start with that. Again, for those who just arrived, two pillows, blanket, and one strap slash scarf slash long thing to hold on to. I'm Natalia again. Welcome. So we'll start with a simple mudra known by all yogis, pointer finger and thumb. Let it rest over your knees. You can let the mudra face upwards or downwards, whichever one feels best. And then roll the shoulders back, creating a opening through the lungs so you can breathe consciously. Take a deep breath into your nose. Open mouth, sigh it out. Inhale deeply. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Focus all your awareness on the breath cycling between inhalations and exhalations. And allow yourself to settle in the body. Let the mind settle upon the breath. Mindful breathing. Taking a moment to simply exist in time and space as you are. No judgment. No wonders. Take this very moment to set an intention for your practice today. Focus all your attention now upon that intention. With a focused mind, we'll sing together a chant of Om. Om is the sound that encompasses everything that has been, that is, and that will be. Exhale all the breath out of your lungs. Inhale for Notice now your own self alive in time and space. The dimension from front to back body, left to right side, bottom to top. Take a deep breath in, fill up with it. Open mouth, full exhale. Eyes crack open, find the gaze on the screen again. Welcome to all of you. Thanks for being here. Today we're practicing on simplicity. So we're going to go up to stand to start with. And we're going to practice something very simple that I believe we could always do a little bit more of. So separate your feet about mat distance apart. And then lean over to the right side and let your right hand hang. You can grab your left hip if you need to. If you need to lean forward a little bit, you can do that. And then look at your right fingertips and let them dangle as heavy as you can. And start to draw the smallest, silliest, tiniest circle that you can with your whole arm. And see if you can relax at the right shoulder joint. And the elbow and the hand and the fingertips. And then switch the circling of your arm. Are you holding on to anything as your arm is hanging down? Is it at the shoulders? Is it at the chest? Take a deep breath in, rotating in this direction. And a full breath out. Now pause at the center. Look forward and lengthen your spine, both hands to your hips. And then help yourself forward, fold over your legs. Heavy as you can. And once you feel the pelvis tilting forward, let the arms dangle down as though you were a zombie. And so with that in mind, let the neck relax down. You may find a swaying of your hips from left side to right side. If you're locking your knees, can you soften the knee joints? Micro bend maybe, a deep bend maybe. Take one more deep full inhale in your forward fold. And one more full breath out. Come up halfway. Bring the right hand to the right hip and then lean over to that left side. So you can let the left hand hang as though you really didn't feel it. And then let it move there in a small circling, like the world is orbiting around the sun. Really relaxing the tissues, the nerves. Your gripping, can you release that? Change directions, moving to the second side. And then pause, take a deep breath in. Full breath out, forward fold over your legs, creating space at the hip with your hands first, and then letting your arms once again hang heavy. Let your hands really fall as heavy as you can think of, as well as the head and the neck. Notice where in your feet you're putting most of the weight. Is it your heels? Is it your toes? Can you sway in between the front and the back of your foot? Deep full inhale. Full breath out. Slowly climb up your legs and put the hands on your knees, still bowing halfway down. And so once we get here, we're going to start to arch and around the back. So really feeling that the rib cage hides on the exhale, and then the rib cage falls down on the inhale. And with that, moves your head and moves your pelvis. Cat and cow in this half chair pose. Fully put the weight of your hands over your thighs. Notice again if you're holding onto something. Is it muscular? Is it in your mind? Take one more inhale. And one more full breath out. Release your hands, roll all the way up to stand. Separate your feet wide now. Wide, but not too wide, right? Not a full split. And just begin to move your torso left side and right side. And feel that when the arms move and are supported with the air underneath them, you're able to relax even further. Slow down the motion, letting the arms come to rest at the center until you find a pause. Heel toe your feet together. Reach the arms up overhead, open chest. Breathe in. And as you exhale, forward fold over your legs. We'll move on to our hands and knees for a tabletop. And we're going to go ahead and have these two guys ready under our pelvis. So the first posture I want to visit today will be having these guys under our pelvis. So right before we get there, spread the fingertips on the ground. Mhm. Have your two pillows underneath your torso. You need to move your hands further forward, you may do that. And then lengthen your spine, put the pelvis forward. And see if you can push to the heel of the hand a little bit to look up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, arching your back. And as you exhale, start to let the torso fall heavy on top of the pillows. And so you will have to adjust in here as necessary. If this is pushing very hard on your abdomen, then you are a little bit too high, right? So you want to move further forward until you feel the bone of your pelvis resting over your pillows. And then turn the toes out or turn the toes in, and let the knees completely relax wherever you are. You can interlace the hands underneath the head, or you can reach the arms alongside your torso with one ear down on the mat. So we're going to be here for about 15 rounds of breath before we continue to move. Do make as many adjustments as you believe are necessary to feel rather comfortable in here. Imagine that with your breath, you're able to lengthen the low back, really accessing all those complex tissues in there. But can you, with the simplicity of the breath, feel a softness of the whole entire area? Can you unclench your jaw? Can you feel that when you unclench your jaw, your neck is relaxed? And therefore, your clavicle and the shoulder and the chest. You will be here for about 7 more cycles of breath. Let the breaths be long, distant from one another. You are able to experience surrender. Three more inhales, 3 more exhales. Deep, full breath in. And a full breath out. Hands under the shoulders. Make your way out of this supported posture. Shorten the stance between hands and knees if you had something. And then come to stand on your knees, yogis. Tuck the toes behind you and then sit on your heels. Right? And so some of you may be here. Some of you may go all the way down and put all the weight. We're stretching those little tissues that connect the ball of the foot to the toes. So can you spread all 5 toes on both feet on the ground? Can you create space in between them? Can you take 3 rounds of breath, feeling that stretching through your toes? Just 3 breaths. And then as you complete 3 breaths, come back up to stand on your knees and turn towards left side. of your pillows. So the pillows are alongside your body. And you can stay on your hands or you can lower to your elbows, regardless of your choice. Your right knee on top of your pillows. So your shin bone and your ankle should be supported by the pillow as you mount it up there. And you may need to add more height, remove some height depending on the range of motion of your hip. And then you may choose to stay in stillness, or maybe you start to move the body forward and back. Forward and back. Can you become your hip joint and experience that motion? You may draw some circles as you move forward and back. If you're going in one direction, change over to the second side. Then pause at the center. Find a neutral spine. Wherever you are, elbows or hands, inhale, arch your spine into a cow pose. Drop the belly, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tail, tuck low abdomen, hide the head in between your shoulders. Inhale, arch your spine into a cow. Exhale, curl and round into a cat, experiencing the right hip. Breathing in, arch. Breathing out, round, softening that right. Find a neutral spine. Find a neutral hip. And then pick up that knee off the ground and return back to your tabletop. And walk the hands in, tuck the toes behind you, just like you did earlier, and find that sitting over the heel position. And once again, spread all of the toes on the ground. If you're here and you wanted to stretch the hip flexors, you may reach the hands behind. And that will open a line from the right knee and left knee up to the collarbones. 3 more rounds of breath wherever you are. And again, this is a big stretch in your toes. It is. It feels like a lot. It's too much though. Come out. And then slowly moving forward, untuck your toes. Rotate to the second side. So move your pillows over to the move your body over to the second side. Elbows or knees down, and then you mount your knee and ankle and everything on top of them. And then decide what distance you like. Arrive to that place and begin to move. If you want to move, you may stay still, right? And can you tell your mind, can I become my hip and feel my hip? You could be here or you could circle around. You're going in one direction, go to the second. All this movement being backed up by the breath, okay? So even though you feel, you're also breathing mindfully. Back to the center, find a neutral spine, neutral leg. Inhale, arch your back, look up to the sky. Exhale, round your spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, arch your spine, lengthen. Exhale, curl and round. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, round. 3 more inhales, 3 more exhales, arching and curling the spine. When you finish 3 cows, go back to neutral spine, unmount your foot, and return back to neutral hips. So come to sit somewhere you like. It could be on your shin bones right now. We're gonna grab these 2 guys, or one, and put them underneath our upper back. So I'm gonna start with 1, and I'm gonna decide if I need extra height. Come to sit flat on the on your sit bones, and then find your upper back. And then move this guy all the way to your upper back. Lean over it and see if you can reach the arms either alongside your body or maybe all the way up above your head. And your knees can stay bent, or you can straighten, or you can put your knees in a diamond shape. So several variations for many different needs. If for any reason you feel like your head is hanging and you can't breathe, can we add another pillow to the backs of our heads? So 1 or 2 pillows under upper back, arms up above the head or along, knees together or separate. You can change in between them. Can you start to breathe in and out so mindfully that you can observe with your third eye the muscles, the skin expanding and shortening at the heart? You're able to experience the distance that is created in between those 2 sides, left and right. You may be able to feel the pulsing, the heartbeat running down or up your arms. Just notice that. For the next 15 cycles of breath, witness the very simple activities that take place at the level of the lungs and the heart. You may hear the heart. You may hear the lungs. What are you aware of right now? Five more breaths. Deep breath in. Full breath out. First, reach your arms towards the knees, the elbows either on the floor or the pillow, and then draw the chin to your chest. Curl your spine up to sit using the support of your elbows and your hands. Come to sit cross-legged, either on the ground or on a pillow if you wish. And then reach the right hand along the right side of your mat. And then walk the fingertips a little bit further than usual and anchor through the heel of your palm. And then reach the left arm alongside your torso. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, curl the spine, touch your right knee with your left hand. Inhale, reach the left arm up above your head. Exhale, left hand to right knee, round your spine. One more round, breathe in, arch. Exhale, round, hand to your. Come back to neutral. Push to the center, lean over to the second side. So again, you may walk the hand a little bit further than usual, or whatever feels good, right? And reach the arm alongside your ear. Feel this whole right line open, really open. Deep breath in, open chest. Exhale, right hand to left knee, round your spine. Inhale, lift the right arm up and over, open side. Exhale, hand to your knees, curl. One more, inhale, open, arch. And exhale, curl, round. Inhale, come back to neutral. Release the hands along your sides. So, yogis, we're gonna lie flat on the ground next, and we're gonna have our strap ready. Now, I'm gonna suggest that you put a rolled blanket or a pillow underneath your knees. Okay? And then have your strap ready. And then come lie down. Once you come to lie down, grab your hips, your own waist, and then pull it away from your chest so you lengthen the low back. And then let the knees fall heavy over your pillow and shake them a little bit left and right, like puppets. Yeah. Good. Pause now to lengthen the back of your neck. And then grab your strap with both of your hands. So find one tail of the strap and then the other tail of the strap. We're going to hug right knee in and hook the foot to the strap. And then we'll extend the leg forward a little bit diagonal to the front, so you're not pulling the leg in towards you, right? The other way around. You're rather supporting the leg in a diagonal position. And then from there, start to drive your leg left side and right side. And let the tailbone, the pelvis, the sacrum roll with the leg, right? So you may feel that your left butt cheek comes up a little bit, and then the right side comes up. Begin to draw circles with your right leg, either big or small ones. Still rotating from left side to right side. If that doesn't feel good, you can do this while centered. Know that. Switch directions if you haven't done so already. And then come to pause at the very center of your hold. Now we have a few options here, yogis. You can choose to keep your legs straight up towards the ceiling because it feels awesome. But if you want to get a little bit more into that right outer leg, hamstring, hip. You can start to bend the right knee towards the right upper arm bone. And using the weights of your right hand, you increase the traction and the length of your stretch. And again, it doesn't have to go all the way down, but you're moving in that direction. You could be here, right? You could hold with one hand or you could hold with both hands. Now, for a moment, relax your left hip all the way, not holding. Can you feel it? As you relax your left hip, you relax your right hip. Can you stop gripping with your teeth if you are? If your eyebrows are angry, can you undo that? Can you experience joy? Take one more inhale in this supine lizard variation. Take one more exhale. And then with the help of your other arm, left side, bring your leg back up to a centered place. And then lower it down over your pillow. Change over to the second side. Extend that left leg diagonal and up. Let the right hip relax now. You may experience a deeper relaxation of the right leg now in comparison to the first side after doing the work. A little bit longer, a little bit smoother. Once your foot is diagonal, begin to move it left side and right side. Left side and right side. Feel free to explore the length of your strap, the degree of pull and push in between strap and foot, but do not cross your edge. Stay receptive to the messages your body is giving you. You may now begin to roll the whole entire leg around in circles. And then switching over to the other direction. After a few rounds, you'll come to the center and pause, and then decide where you want your foot. Do you want your foot to be straight as you hold onto the strap? Do you want to begin to bend your left knee towards your chest or to the outside of your left ribcage? Like I mentioned a moment ago, be receptive to the messages of your body. If your body says, hell no, your body says, hell no. And no is the sacred word. No worries. No problems. It just is. Relax now the right hip flexor and the right leg. And notice that softening on the left side. Deep breaths, soft knees, soft arms. One more deep full inhale. One more full breath out. Help your leg come back to the center. Loosen up the length of your strap and stretch your legs long over your pillows. If your knees are together, can you separate your knees all the way out to the edges of your pillows and let them kind of hang out to the side? Then reach the arms into a T shape and begin to mobilize to the ankles. Drawing circles with the ankles to right side and then to left side. Point and flex your feet, reaching to the toes, pushing to the heels. and then turn the toe in and the toe out, inversion and eversion of the foot. Find a pause at the center. Hug both of your knees in towards the chest. And then turn to one side. Make your way to a place where you can see me. You can stay on the floor if you can see me. And we're going to grab pillow number 1 and put it in between our thighs. And blanket or pillow number 2 under the shoulder, under the head, in between the shoulder and the ear. And then you can decide if you want to use a second pillow or blanket underneath your left arm, so you're hugging it, right? Supporting that arm. If it would feel really nice for you to twist in here, you may do that. Decide which gradient you want to be in. When you are ready, close the eyes. Now you're going to practice a complete simplification of yourself. I will allow about 3 minutes for you to do absolutely nothing. Just breathe. No listening, nothing. Just breathe. You have been in silence for 1 minute. Can you rest in silence for 2 more? Continue to soften even further, even more. Three more inhales, 3 more exhales. Deep breath in, preparing for the transition. Open mouth, sigh it out. Make your way over to the second side of the exact same posture you just practiced. Don't push yourself rapidly into it, but take your lazy time to get there slowly, like a turtle. There may be some variations that need to be made on the second side for some of us. Please feel free to do that as you need. And again, for the next 3 minutes, allow yourself to experience all the benefits of silence. And if you feel anything that is painful or uncomfortable or strange, and there is something within you that says, no, this is not quite right, can you listen to your felt sense and adjust as necessary? That could mean extra props, extra anything. 'Enjoy the next 2 minutes in here as a gift to yourself. Five more inhales, five more exhales. Deep breath in, full breath. Hug your knees into the chest, yogis. Let go of the blanket in between. Grab your ankles for a happy baby pose. I love the variation with the strap. Some of you may already know it because I may always do it. So I put my feet on the strap and then I widen my legs and I kind of drive my legs around, right? Like a driver. And I move them forward and back and in circles, or you may find pleasure in stillness. If it actually does you better to grab your toes or the outsides of your feet, I celebrate that. Take a couple more rounds of breath in this pose. And then help your feet come together. If you are using a strap, let go of it. If you have something under your head, you may want to remove it, right? You say, oh, I really don't need this for the next pose. We're going to a restorative bridge pose. So now we're going to put those two pillows or one under the low back slash glute area. So there's the pelvis, all these things here that connects your legs to the torso. So bend your knees, pick up your hips and slide one or two blankets under. And if you feel like you're arching on top of this, then your pillow is too high up your spine. And I need you to slide your butts on top of the pillow so you can elevate the pelvis. You can put your hands on your belly or along your torso. You can keep the knees very bent or half bent or mostly straight. Knees together or knees apart. What do you want? What feels good? We'll now begin to drive our energy down to the hip flexors. To the low abdomen. To the sides of the waist. Soften, release. You may notice the movement of the breath from the nose to the pelvis. Can you follow that pathway of energy, of wind to the pelvis? There is a push to from the lungs to the abdomen and from the abdominal cavity to the pelvis. Can you feel that? Relax the organs within the thoracic cavity, all of it. You may rest in this posture for the rest of practice, or you can move into Shavasana, flat on the ground. Two options. If it would feel delicious for you to stay here, please do that. If you want to experience a completely flat body on the ground, move on to that. Long legs, long arms, a long torso. If you need anything under your neck, adjust for that. Feel the brain relaxing, all of it. Imagine, just imagine all the cells and neurons and atoms in your brain relaxing. Every particle within your body relaxing. Deep breath into the nose. Full breath out through the mouth. Prepare to come back by slowly, mindfully, moving the hands and the fingertips and the toes and the ankles. And then the hips and the head all together, everything comes back. Hug the knees into your chest, yogis, slowly preparing to rise. Roll over to left and right side, massage your low back. And then as you drop to the left side all the way, push down to come up to sit in a comfortable seated position for a closing meditation. Long spine, long neck. Take a deep, the longest inhale you've taken all day. Open mouth, full exhale. Deep breath into the nose. Open mouth, full exhale. Inhale for Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Palms together at the heart, join in a prayer. We honor our inner being, inner divine. Namaste. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate your presence and I appreciate your time. Please let me know if you have any questions about today's class. Last mantra is a prayer for all beings everywhere for the happiness and the well-being of all the souls that are alive on earth and beyond our understanding. So that's Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And then Shanti means peace. Peace within us, peace around us, peace at a greater level. Uh, Keep that in mind. Repeat those mantras if they call upon you, or affirmations that are very close to your heart. Lovely practices for challenging times. Stay receptive. And my name is Natalia. I'll be back next week. Have a lovely night. Vivian, Barbara, Natsuko, Laura, Laura, Anna Marie, Megan, Betsy, Olivera. Thank you very much. And to everybody else, Michael, Emma, Jane, Danielle, Olga, C, Courtney, and I'm missing one person, Julia. Much love. Thank you.